Welcome back to Build AI-powered podcasts. If you're new here, be sure to check out part 1, where we set up the Python project and explore the basics. In this video, we'll dive into creating the foundational resources for our app. Let's get started. To manage the different parts of our application, we'll define some common resources that everything else will use. I'll start by creating a common folder and a new file inside it called resources.py. This is where we'll define our Nitric resources for the cloud. Alright, let's start coding. We use Nitric's powerful resource definitions to declare APIs, buckets, jobs, and topics. First, I'll import what we need. So here I'm importing the API, bucket, job, and topic from nitric.resources. Each of these serves a unique purpose. The API will handle incoming requests to submit jobs. Bucket will store audio clips and models. Job will manage the audio generation process. And finally, topic enables asynchronous tasks like downloading audio models for caching. So now that we have everything imported, let's define our resources. First, we have our main API. Then our gen audio job. You know what? Let's write a nice descriptive comment for our team. Let's name this audio, and let's also make a comment for our API, describing what the intentions are. Next up, we have our clips bucket for storing the audio output. Let's name it clips. Another bucket for storing models. And then our topic for triggering async processing. In our case, downloading audio models from Suno. So each of these play a key role in enabling our podcast generator to work seamlessly. You might notice that I haven't configured permissions for the job, buckets, or topic. That's because in Nitric we can define permissions at the service or batch level instead of directly in the resource definition. This approach ensures that we can precisely control how different parts of the application interact with these resources, leading to better flexibility and security. Next, I'll set up some local directories to store model files, cache data, and temporary zip files. For this, I'll use the OS and temp file libraries. I'll just import these using the VS Code shortcut, then let's write out the code. I'll put all 3 of these into the AI podcast folder in the temp directory. These paths will ensure that our app handles temporary data efficiently. So finally, I'll add an init py file to make this a proper Python module. This wraps up the setup for our common resources. So that's it for part 2. We've successfully created and organized the core resources of our app. In the next video, we'll build a batch job that generates and stores podcast audio from text. See you in the next one.